to march 30 people in a dark woods up a one-lane dirt road with heavy industrial equipment around. They weren't being violent, but they were putting themselves in a hazardous situation.
Let me ask a question about your wetland delineators. You've had people in the woods, away from the drilling site, away from the bulk sampling site. You've had people out looking, doing assessment, inventory. I believe you started your fauna survey, I would presume so, haven't you?
Yes. Well, I don't know about fauna.
You'll be doing that for the next year, won't you?
Yes, in fact, we started that in the spring.
And so therefore you will have people in the woods almost on an everyday basis for the next year?
On and off, yes.
Well, on and off meaning I'm trying to get a sense here in terms of when you're going to open. Here's what we're trying to get at. Is when are you going to open the land and when aren't you? You've got a fairly good idea. But you're making the case, Mr. Seitz, that you really have to close it all because you may have a wetland delineator who is out looking at wetlands. And so you're going to close the site 2 miles south of that when there is no one even near that wetland delineator. And so you're making the case that you need to close it. And this use temporarily is confusing to me. And what I'd like to know is, you've now started to say, well, you'd like to open it for hunting season. Why don't we just say in the bill we're going to keep it open for deer hunting season, the gun season?
Well, first, I would disagree with one characterization. The ability to have people out there, there are times, yes, there are times, for instance, the red-shouldered hawk, there was a period of about 10 days, I believe, when you had to be in the field playing enticing sounds to red-shouldered hawks to try to get a response. And so during their mating season, you had to be in the woods. It was a very short window. There are other things like that where there's a certain time and a certain place where you have to be in order to test effectively for those. And like I said, red-shouldered hawk is one of those examples. But what it really gives us, in most cases, is the opportunity to open the land when most people want it to be open. So we would hope to be able to open the land for the. We hope to be able to open the land for the entire 9-day deer season. I can't commit to that at this point because, frankly, I don't know when the bulk sampling is going to be allowed between the state and the county.
Do you have any further questions, Sen?